Hey y'all, it's Lissa, aka Bangs and Glasses, and I'm back with my August layout share. Happy Labor Day if you're watching this day of. I hope everyone had a great long weekend celebrating with family and friends. This weekend, we did not really do a whole lot, my family, but we had some good quality family time. And then today, we actually spent the day cleaning our house, me and my husband. And my parents took my son to the zoo so we could like really deep clean and have my son not get in the way. So I am pooped, I'll tell you. I'm like very tired and kind of out of breath, but I did want to get this layout share done today. So let's go ahead and jump in here. So I was able to get 16 layouts done this past month. So I'm doing a bit better, getting some crafty mojo back. I did not meet all of my goals this past month, which were to use washi, mixed media, sequins, acrylic or flair, and something for my random bin. I did not get to do mixed media this month, but I'm still, doing a lot better. I feel like my crafty mojo is coming back. So hopefully I'll be getting back on track here. So this first layout is titled Home Life, and this is using some Pinkfresh Studio. So I used Happy Blooms, Happy Heart. I have a bunch of just random Pinkfresh stuff from some mystery boxes I've gotten in the past, so I just kind of mix and match them. And these are some photos of me and my son when he was really little. He was not even a month old here. And we were just, cuddling, and he was napping on me on the sofa. And I'm wearing pink and he's in green, so I just wanted to use pink and green for this layout. So I just pulled in what I could that was in those colors. And this one I didn't use a sketch or anything. I just, was like, I have these 3 big photos. How can I use those on a page? So this is what I ended up with. Next, this is another Alex layout. So this is titled Happy Family, and this is using some Echo Park. This is Play All Day Boy collection, and then Echo Park Little Dreamer Boy collection. There's also Echo Park Bundle of Joy Boy collection in here. So a lot of different Echo Park collections for baby boy. And then this is using a sketch from A Cherry on Top. This is a series of photos of my husband and his family. So this is his dad and his sister. This is when they came down to meet Alex. This was Sarah, Jake's sister's first time meeting Alex. So we got some photos of that. And then I love that I got to use airplanes on here because Jake's dad is a former pilot. So I thought airplanes were definitely appropriate. And because there are just so many different colors in these photos, I just decided to kind of focus on some primary colors. I thought that would be great for a boy layout. All right. Next, moving away from the baby stuff, this is a work layout for me. So this was me working an event, and this is using background paper from Colorbok and some Damask Love Grl Pwr. A lot of people have been hauling a lot of Damask Love stuff, I've noticed, from Ollie's, and I love Damask Love. I loved her collections. I wish she would come out with some more, but I don't think she's working with American Crafts anymore. But if you need some inspiration for using those Ollie's goodies, definitely check out my channel. So on here I also have some doilies from my stash. I got some flair on here from Scrappin Happy Studio. I used a journaling card here that I recently picked up at Ollie's. I used 2 of those. And this is using a sketch from Scrap-A-Sketch number 175. And yeah, this is just a really simple layout, me working an event at my past job. This is from 2022. And the colors, like the brand colors of my job, were orange and like a really deep blue. So I try and use those colors a lot when I'm documenting those. Next, this layout is a Maggie Holmes layout, and this is Carousel, which I have not played with in a while, but I know everyone loves the Maggie Holmes Carousel collection, so I was very excited to play with that again. This is titled Happy Celebrate Today, and yeah, this is just documenting a photo of me and my husband. We were out at, I believe, a food truck festival. I like couldn't 100% remember where we were looking at this photo because it's so just zoomed in on the two of us, but I was pretty sure that's what we were doing. So I thought using a bunch of like carnival themed things would be great for that, and getting some like food themed items from the collection on here. And I have a handmade embellishment down here in the corner that was sent to me in Happy Mail. I don't remember who made that. And I did use a sketch from My Little Scrapbook Store. But I do really love how this came out. I love how there's like embellishments this way and this way. And that I got to use a lot of things on here that are some of my favorite pieces from that collection. So now they can live in my scrapbook forever and ever. All right, next this is another Maggie Holmes layout, and this is using Sweet Story, which is my favorite Maggie Holmes collection, or one of my favorites. And I also got some Chasing Dreams on here in the back. And this is a scrap lift from Suzanna Scraps. This is just titled "The Coffee Shop is my Happy Place." And it just has one photo on here of me eating at a coffee shop, one of my favorite coffee shops around. I even got a shaker on here. I really love this like grid design, and how I have like my title, my photo, some embellishments, and then the journaling all in different sections. I think that turned out really cute, and I got to use a lot of, again, embellishments that I really love that now get to be in an album forever and ever. Next, this is a very bright and colorful layout here, and it's just titled Yes Girl Yes. This is another Damask Love layout using Girl Power. There's also some Pinkfresh in here from Chrysanthemum, Some Days, Keeping It Real, and Happy Heart. And then this is me scrap lifting a layout from Amanda Creates, and I did get some washi on here to kind of make the part that goes this way. And this is just documenting me and my friend. She had written a book. She's actually written multiple books now at this point, but this was the launch of her first book. And I went to her book launch and picked up the book from her, got her to sign it and everything. So that was really fun. And yeah, I just wanted to bring out a lot of the fun colors that are in her shirt. And then this girl really reminded me of her. Like, they have the same like haircut and glasses here. So I thought that was perfect. Next, moving back into some baby layouts here. This is titled Animal Friends, and this is using Echo Park Baby Boy, just that collection really. And then I did put some flair on here from Scrappin Happy Studio. This one I did not use a sketch. I actually made this layout in the next layout when I went to a craft night with my friend, and she made us dinner, and then we got to each do our own crafty things for a little bit there. So I made this layout and the next one there. So that was a lot of fun, and I think we're going to do it again this month, so that'll, you know, get some more layouts done for me. And yeah, I did not use a sketch. I just kind of played with what I had. These photos are documenting my son playing with some of his favorite like animal toys. So he had this little giraffe toy that he liked to teeth on, and then there was an owl toy that he liked to teeth on. So I made sure I put the giraffe on here and the little owl sticker that was in that collection. All right, next, another baby layout. This is titled Baby Dreams. It's just documenting a photo of my son sleeping on our bed. I think this is getting close to bedtime here. And this is using Echo Park Baby Boy collection, and then Echo Park Welcome Baby Boy collection. And I just, again, just pulled out what I had as scraps, just kind of sticking with like this moon and stars theme. All right. So this layout, I used up this pack of sunflower stickers that I had just picked up at Ollie's, so that feels good to like go ahead and get something used up out of my stash really quickly. This is just titled Memory Captured, is kind of how I'm interpreting the title. And this is using some Recollections cardstock. And then some We Are Memory Keepers Free Spirit paper pad, which was a paper pad just given to me by my friend. So at the craft night, my friend, she had a bunch of like scrapbook stuff that she was getting rid of because she doesn't scrapbook or really do paper crafts. She does like decorate her planner, but she doesn't really do any paper craft stuff. So she gave me a bunch of stuff, and I was able to go ahead and put some of it to good use. So that felt really nice. I also used up some Teresa Collins memorabilia chipboard, which is super old, and something I also picked up, I think, at a crafty garage sale. And yeah, I was trying to remember where this sketch is from, where it's kind of this like strips in a triangle, but I could not remember. I want to say it was Scrap a Sketch, but I just could not remember. And this layout is documenting some photos of us. There was a tornado warning here. We're in Oklahoma, so you know this happens pretty frequently, but the sirens were going off, so we had to hide in the bathroom. This is us just like hiding out in the bathroom, and I thought this sketch design, it kind of looked like a tornado, so that's kind of why I decided to use that for this layout. Yeah, and I feel like the designs and how I decorated like this very much reminds me of Oklahoma, so I thought that was perfect. Next, this is a 2-page layout, and I don't do those very often, but this is documenting some photos from kind of July 4th weekend in 2023. So this was Alex's first July 4th. So this is what it looks like here. So we went out to Bass Pro Shops together, and they had like a big American flag display in the front, so we took a picture with that, and then we were just showing him the fish and everything they have there. He was still really little at this point. I think he was only a couple months old, so he was like napping, I think, most of the time, but he did wake up and see some of the fishes and stuff like that. So yeah, this one is just titled Memories to Celebrate, and I use Simple Stories Star Stripes and Sparklers collection. I got some Bow Bunny Celebrating Freedom chipboard on here. This acrylic is from Colorcast Designs, and this one I didn't use a sketch either. I just was playing around with what I had and the photos I had, and I think it turned out really cute. So that's what that looks like there. All right, next, this is just a photo of me. This is titled CO Shirt, and this is a Colorado shirt that I got on a trip we did to Colorado. So this was a photo from May of 2022, and this was me playing with a bunch of my 49 and Market stuff that I had picked up in like a mystery box or have picked up recently, and I really just wanted to focus on the purple of my shirt, and I brought in a little bit of orange because there is orange in kind of this sunset design in that part of the shirt. So yeah, it's a bunch of different 49 and Market stuff. I love these doilies that were included in that, and there's not really a lot of like embellishments per se. It's a lot of like different layering pieces on here. So this is 49 and Market Color Swatch Lavender Paper. There's 49 and Market Vintage Artistry Colors Lilac Ephemera back here. There's also Color Swatch Ocean Collage Sheets. So that's some of these. There's some Color Swatch Peach Ticket Essentials. And I didn't use a sketch. I was just playing with a bunch of different elements. But I really like how this turned out. Just kind of having this centralized design here. And I've really enjoyed playing with 49 and Market. Another Alex layout here. This is titled Sweetest Moment, and this is using Pebbles Kit at Heart. I've been using that collection a lot to document photos of my son. I've got some American Crafts, just everyday paper from a paper pad here. This acrylic is from Colorcast Designs, and I also didn't use a sketch on this one. I was just kind of playing with what I had. This is just documenting, this is my husband's mom and then her biological mom. So she was adopted, and she found her biological mom maybe like 5 to 10-ish years ago. So that's really special that she's in our life now. And then this was her meeting my son for the first time. So that was just the sweetest moment that had happened. Next, this layout, I was finally using this sketch from 30 Days of Sketches. I believe this was from series 18, I believe, whatever the last round of sketches was. This was from day 31, and I kind of turned mine like this, and then I only did this row of photos. So that's kind of how this ended up like that. This is titled That's the Spirit, and it's just documenting some photos of me out at a work event again. There are a bunch of colors in these photos, so I thought it was fun to use kind of this rainbow of different colors here. I love this sun background paper, and I didn't want to cover this up too much, so this is, you know, holding my title, kind of like you see in the sketch, and then the photos and embellishments are down here. This is using some Vicki Boutin. This is Bold and Bright. I decided to break that out and play with it a bit again this month. And yeah, everything is from that collection, and I really enjoyed playing with it. Next, this is again Vicki Boutin Bold and Bright, and I didn't use a sketch here either. I just kind of played with what I had. This is titled Hello Lego, and this is documenting us taking a family trip to the mall, and we in front of the Lego store. So this is my husband and Alex here. This is back in 2023. He was probably like 7-ish months old here, and I really wanted to focus on just blue, yellow, and green for the colors of this layout. And I didn't use a sketch here either. Again, I really loved this paper. It kind of reminded me of Lego bricks. You know how they have the little circles on top and on the bottom? So that's why I chose this paper. And then my last layout for the month, this is titled A Pineapple a Day Keeps the Worries Away. And I finally broke out the Echo Park Pool Party collection. I have had that collection for a while. I like got all the embellishments for it. I was like, ooh, I love this collection so much. And then I never played with it, and I've had it for years. So I was glad to finally like break into that. And I wanted to use a bunch of the pineapple stuff from this collection because this is me drinking a pineapple drink from Starbucks. This is from back in 2022. So I really focused on bringing out the blue and the yellow, and then I added some pink in here as well. But yeah, this is Echo Park Pool Party, and I did use the sketch from Paper Issues. And that is everything I have for you for this month. I'm looking forward to another great month of scrapbooking. September is my birthday month. My birthday is September 30th, so that will be exciting at the end of this month. We do have some like family trips and things planned, so we'll see, you know, how I'm able to craft around those things. But thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you all again in the next crafty video. Bye!